Hey everybody, welcome to another Paint the Edge Up. We're teaching you to make a cool painting in about an hour and get a little drunk doing it. My name's Joel, and today I'm going to walk you through step by step how to make this painting right here. I call it Red Moon. So this is a cool, fun painting to go along with. Now you can paint this different colors. Obviously I chose red. If you like purple or green or something else, you can do any kind of color you want. The dark red and blues kind of look cool and a little sinister. So that's what we're painting today. Before I get to the painting, I'll tell you what you need. But also, if you haven't, I've got links up here: like, share, follow, subscribe, all the stuff. And as I do with all my painting classes, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting. All you got to do is completely answer my subjective trivia question first in the comments, and I will send you a free painting of your choice. Okay. So with that being said, what you'll need today is a canvas. I'm using 16 by 20. Feel free to use whatever you want. You could paint on a piece of cardboard if you want. I don't care. There's an easel. I've got an easel. You're gonna need something to sit your painting on. I've also got paper plates that I use for my palette. Okay, you can use whatever you want. If you get a nice fancy palette, go for it. These are just easy and cheap. I've also got a water cup. You'll need some kind of water cup to mix your your paint with some water, and also to wash your brushes out. I've got a blow dryer. Helps me dry my painting nice and fast. I've got some paper towels, so I can, if I need to wipe something off, dry a brush off. Paper towels. I don't need to explain paper towels, I guess. I've also got whiskey. A little bit left. I got some more though, don't worry. And then I've got some tools here. I've got some brushes. I've got my big flat brush. I've got my medium flat brush. I've got my medium round brush. And my little baby round brush, okay? So take those, put those bristles down in your water cup. Leave them there anytime you're not using them. And then we've also got a pencil. I've got a piece of chalk. It's just regular sidewalk chalk. And I've also got a kneaded eraser. Okay, some kind of eraser is nice. You can erase any lines you don't like. Okay, that being said, let's take a shot here, chat, follow along, have some fun, paint the edge off. Oh, okay. Let's get the old shot counter going. There we go. Okay, so let's get started. The main thing we want to do here first is just kind of draw a line right across the middle. Is going to be like our horizon line. Now, it's right up about the middle. If you go a little higher or lower, it's really fine either way. But I'm just going to shoot right for the middle and just draw myself a nice line there, okay? All right, so just a line. That's our horizon line. That's all the drawing we're doing. Congratulations. Let's take another shot. And then we'll start painting. Okay, let's start painting. Okay, let's take a fresh plate here. Let's get some white, some black, lots of white, just a little bit of black for now, and you know, a little bit of blue. All right, there's our colors. Okay. Take your big brush out of your water cup, tap it off. Okay, so you feel fancy. And let's start up here in the sky. What we want to do is we're going to make kind of a very light grayish blue, okay? And we're going to start by putting a light band kind of through here. The moon's going to be right here in the middle, and then there's going to be a light area in the sky here. On the edges will be a little darker. So we're going to start in the middle with the lightest color. So let's start by taking our brush, stir that water with our white paint here. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Once we get that white paint stirred in, get that water mixed in with our paint, let's take some blue. Get ourselves a nice light blue. And even that little tiny bit of blue is actually, might be even too much. But we're also going to take a little bit of black. Take a little bit of black on there, stir that in. Now we're going to get this grayish blue. Now what we're going to end up needing is more white, probably a lot more white. In fact, what I'll probably do is take this color and let this be kind of our medium color. And then I'm just going to add, you know, a whole new blob of white paint, and then just kind of stir a little bit of this in with a bunch of white. Okay, so let's kind of get all this into a pile it up, and then let's get some more white. White paint. There we go. Got a new little pile of white. Now let's take that whole pile of white. Let's mix that in with this blue, this gray blue. And maybe all this white can lighten this up enough to be a good light bluish gray color. There we go. So that's a good light blue color. We want it to be almost, very, very light. So just take a little drop of this color, mix it with a whole bunch of white, and you'll get this super light blue color. Okay, let's take this. Let's go back and forth. I'm just going to go left to right here. I'm going to go, pretty close to the side edges. Not all the way to the side edges, because we're going to take some dark colors in there later. But go ahead and get a lot of this. Make sure you got nice thick paint. And there we go. Away we go. Okay. So it starts out very light. We'll add our dark colors in a minute. Alright. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Purdy? Cheers, buddy. Oh, Purdy. Okay, we got a nice light color there in the middle. Now what we want to do is go back to this darker gray blue color that we mixed up. Let's take that, let's get that on our brush. And yeah, let's take this in on the sides. Alright, let's take this in here. I'm going to start by just kind of going down the sides first, then I'll mix them together. Just want to get myself a nice base layer here, some paint. Let's just kind of get some of this in on the sides. And I'm going to go pretty close up to that light blue color, but not necessarily touching it right now. Just kind of getting this in on the sides. Now, once I do this is where we're going to start letting it fly. Okay, let's just start going back and forth here. Let's start mixing this in. I'm careful not to touch the very center of my canvas. I want this to stay nice, pure light blue, so I'm not going in too far there. There we go. All right, and we're going, and we're doing it. We're doing it. And there we go. We've kind of got it getting a little bit darker towards the outside. It's mixing. And there we go. Okay. It's a little lighter in the middle, a little darker on the outside. Now, let's take a little bit of blue here. Let's just get some blue on our brush, okay? And now we're going to really start darkening it up. Now, what I like to do here is start on the outside, pull in, okay? Pull in, all right? Pull in, like when you're waiting on someone to park, and you're like, just pull in. Just pull in. That's what we're doing here, okay? So just pull in, all right? Don't be a pain in the ass to everybody else parking. Just pull in. I'm going to drive through some place. I can't remember which restaurant, but this lady, I'm just like waiting to pull in. Just driving so slow. You turn in so slow, and I'm just like, just go, Oh, I got to work on that, Got a little road rage. Not really. I don't really get that much road rage. I just get annoyed when people take so long to turn. Like, they come to like a complete stop to turn. It's like, what do you think you're gonna like flip your car if you take this turn at 5 miles an hour? Okay, let's get some black paint. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kind of pull in from the sides here. I'm gonna start with kind of going down the sides. So before this starts mixing, I try to get it on the sides, and then I'll kind of pull it in and let it mix a little bit. So I kind of got that dark color now. Oh yeah, there we go. Now, it's kind of like our final color we're going to add to the sky. So if it's just a straight edge and it's just like, you want it to be a little bit more, random, a little more, at least have a little bit of variety in there. All right, so it shouldn't be like a hard edge where the light color stops and the dark color begins. Okay, so have some of these areas where maybe it comes in further in some areas. Maybe some areas it doesn't come in very far. Other areas kind of pull it in, pull it in, all right? All right, I'm doing the same thing over here. Just keep brushing until it starts to mix a little bit, softens up. I'm not pressing hard. I'm kind of fast, but I'm not pressing hard. I'm just kind of going over and over and over it. All right, and if you feel like there's a spot where it's kind of a little too symmetrical there, so I want to mess that up a little bit. Oh, there's some blue on my brush. Okay. Okay. You can let what happens happen here a little bit. Don't be too controlling of it. But if it's too symmetrical and all that, try Try to mix it up a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna try to mess it up. Okay, there we go. Now we kind of got a sky that's, you know, a little weaving and wobbling there. It's not just a straight light color, dark color. You know, you want some variety in there. Let's paint our side edges and then let's take another shot. I'm gonna paint my side edges just this gray blue. And yeah. So, let's see, what's everybody up to this week? Right today that Spoon, one of my favorite bands, just came out with a new album. I didn't even know that. Spoon's gotta be like one of the most awesome bands. They came out with some album and listened to a couple tracks. It's pretty cool. I love Spoon. They're friggin' cool. I saw Spoon twice live, and both times were awesome. One time I was 17, and I was in high school, obviously. And me and my friend, I said I was staying with my friend for the weekend. We drove up to Columbia, Missouri, to Mizzou, because my friend had cousins that were in college there. And we went to the Blue Note, which is a bar. It's like around here, like in Fayetteville, it's kind of like George's in a way. But it's this bar, and they had Spoon playing. They were playing live that night, so we got in. Somehow they didn't ID us or anything. We just got in. We drank all night. I got hammered, and it was pretty awesome. The second time I saw them was at the U of A in college, and there's the big where they'd have the concerts in the arena, Budwalton Arena. Then they also had the little Greek theater outside this place, and they had bands play there. And Spoon played there one time, and I went and saw them, and they were awesome. And then out of nowhere, it just starts like downpouring. And they just kept playing. And the coolest thing, and like the drummers, like, you know, cymbals are splashing with rain. It's the coolest thing ever. So I love Spoon. They're an awesome band. Cheers. But yeah. Spoon's one of my favorite bands. Let's do the trivia question today, okay? Trivia question for today is which Pixar character has the most swagger, okay? Is it A, Merida from Brave, the main character from Brave? B, the old guy from Up? C, Buzz Lightyear? D, what's swagger? Well, let me tell you, swagger is... Well, I'll explain swagger in a minute. E, Wally? F, Sully from Monsters, Inc.? G, Dory? Or H, Pixar movies suck, okay? So that's your trivia question. And here in a minute, I'll explain swagger. Okay, it's technical. We'll get to it. Okay, let's keep going here. And did I add a shot? Okay, I did add a shot. Anyway, okay, wash your brush out a little bit. You don't have to wash it out too much because we're about to use kind of the same colors. Basically, if I go back to my colors I have here, basically do the same thing, but I'm going to add more blue. So the water's just going to be way more blue than the sky. But it's still white and black. It's still a grayish blue. But just more blue. It's like the blue, but more blue. And there we go. Got a nice little light blue color here. And what I'm going to do, I'm doing it kind of the same way. I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to make this kind of our light area. Now, the one thing I will do in a second is kind of set this top line. And actually, I might want some more white, you know? Okay, we got a guess for Sully. Sully's got a lot of swagger. He does seem pretty friggin' cool. I'm gonna add a little bit more white to this. Now I want to kind of wipe some of this paint off my brush because it's getting real thick. And if I want to make some skinny flat lines, I'm just gonna take my fingers and squish it out there. Paper towel. Okay. Once we get this light blue, we'll start in the water. Okay. Here's our light blue. Let's get some of that. Now, the first thing one thing I do want to do is I want to go take my brush, press it down, flip it over, press it down, get it kind of flat. And I'm going to hold my brush flat to my canvas and just drag it straight, like flat, where the tip is touching right to it, and I'm just going to drag it straight across. What you want to do is just hold your hand still and just pull your arm. Okay, and I also find it's better to just go fast. Kind of dip down, so let's try that. Let's go over this one more time. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now let's go from there. Let's just kind of keep brushing this down. So again, like the sky, we're gonna take this down through the middle. You know, go wide, but not super wide. Let's get a nice big pile of that. Okay, but yeah, Spoon came out. Spoon was one of, hey Mom, are you watching? Did you hear my story about sneaking out in high school and going to Mizzou to see the band Spoon? You guys didn't know. But I did. My mom was on here a minute ago. I don't know if she still is. Anyway, yeah, Spoon came up. You know, in high school, I got into a lot of different bands. I you know, listened to a lot of like classic rock, and all kinds of stuff. You know. You heard that story, Mom? Good. But I did get in a little bit of emo phase. But I tell you, you know the band that I never could get into was Panic at the Disco or Fall Out Boy. What's that song? I chime in. It sounds like he's crying. It sounds like he's crying. I just don't understand how people like that band. They just, every time I can't listen to them, I just think, was this guy is he gonna cry? Like, what is this? I don't get it. Never got that. Still don't understand how anyone can like. It's just, I guess different people like, you know, different beans for different scenes and different shades for different blades. I don't know the saying. I'm trying to think of a saying that goes something like that. But, yeah, I never got those bands. I didn't understand how people, I don't know. I just hated those singers. They sucked. I was into Spoon, okay? I was way cooler. Okay, anyway, let's keep going here. Okay, now again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kind of pull these dark colors into the middle. And there we go. But no, for real, Spoon's awesome. Okay. If you haven't listened to Spoon, listen to them. They're awesome. One of my favorite bands, if not my favorite band. Okay. Now it's getting a little darker on the outside. That's what we like. We like that. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. Let's start blending this in. We got our paint on the canvas now. Let's blend it. Oh, yeah. That's way nicer. Oh, yeah. Now, someone here is a little rough areas with their it's kind of dry canvas. I kind of got to go back and forth there, get those all mixing in. And again, some areas I might take all the way across. Mix it up, okay? Don't make it too formulaic. Don't make it too similar. This side's kind of similar. Let's mess this up a little bit. Let's bring some edges out a little bit. Let's bring some of those white colors in a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take some more dark colors right after I take another shot. And we'll keep going. Did I get paint on my face? Where is it? Right here? Did I get it? Okay, I think I got it. Okay, let's take another shot. Pretty sure I got paint on my nose. Maybe up my nose. Cheers. Okay, let's keep going down here in the wall. I want to make it a little darker. Let's take some of this black. We're going to do basically the same thing. Definitely got paint on my nose. Let's take some black. We'll do kind of the same thing here we did in the sky. Let's darken it up. I know we just did this a little bit. I kind of darkened up my blue and added something. Now I'm just going to have just straight black. Okay? Get some of that black in there. Bring that in. And we're going to play with this for a little bit. We're just going to let's let these colors play together. Okay? They're going to play some hopscotch together. We're just going to let these colors, these colors like to have fun. They want to play a little pickup game of basketball. They're going to pass it back and forth to each other. They're going to alley-oop it. Oh, alley-oop. Let's let these colors just play Red Rover together, okay? Red Rover, Red Rover. Send black paint right over. Okay, we're gonna let these paint colors play together. They're just gonna play some Call of Duty together here. Okay, we got some black. Let's take some blue. What's up, Sherry? Alright, let's take some blue. Do a little bit of this. I'm gonna kind of spread this out a little bit. I'm gonna get some paint on here first. Okay, now again, then I'm gonna kind of pull them together. Again, I'm just letting these colors play. They're just at recess, okay? They're fighting over the ball, calling each other poo-poo heads. But you know, we all need a little someone calling us a poo-poo head once in a while. Still up, drinking, thinking. Okay, now, before I go on, one of the other things I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a little bit of black, a little bit of blue, and I'm going to turn my brush skinny ways. We're going to make some texture on this water. Now again, I'm going to go, now hopefully that light color is still a little wet. If not, you know, you're going to end up kind of darkening this up a little bit more, but I might go back with, I might get a little bit more of that white light color paint on my brush and kind of do the same thing. So I'm just kind of doing these skinny lines in here. Gives it the idea of, you know, maybe ripples in the water. And yeah, I think that light color's pretty dry, so let's take our brush, get some more of that light color back on our brush, and we'll go in here and we'll add some of these light colors back in, okay? Let's see. Sherry asks, is that acrylic paint or not? And where do you get the plastic containers that you have those in? Well, let me tell you, they are, it is acrylic paint, and it's acrylic paint, and the plastic containers, these squirt bottles, I got this from a restaurant, a website for restaurants. These are squirt bottles that, you know, a lot of restaurants put like dressings in and stuff for their kitchen, you know, people. Or really anything, but yeah, so that's where I got it. I went online to a restaurant supply website and ordered those. Okay, there we go. We got some more of these light colors. Let's take some of these out here too. Again, we're just letting them colors play together. Just let them play together a little bit. All right. Okay, that's pretty good, you know. I do want to mess it up a little bit, though. Let's see. Let's do a little bit more of this dark color. And let's have some areas that's getting just dark. Oh man, that's way lighter. Oops. I had a dark color. There we go. Now I kind of add this texture back in. Let's mess it up there. Okay. Okay, let's see, one last thing before this step's done. Okay, do they have lids so they don't dry? I'm assuming yes they do. They have lids on both sides. One thing I do want to do before I'm done is take this super light blue that I have. I think this is the same blue I had for the sky here. It's super, very light. I could add a little bit of blue. It doesn't have to be that white necessarily, but pretty dang light. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to take this, and again, I'm going to kind of repaint in this top edge. Okay, and then I can go back. Let's take this color and... Man, there's a lot of paint there, because that is just going away as soon as I... Let's do a little bit of that. Alright, now let's take some of this texture. There we go. Maybe a little bit more of this down here. Then we'll go back and do some of that texture. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we got a cool little sky and water section. Let's paint our edge. Let's take a shot, and we'll bring up the trivia question. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do like this painting, too. I can't remember where I saw this painting, but I thought this would be a cool one to try and paint. Show people how to kind of make something similar to it. Okay, alright, let's get the blow dryer going. I'll get the shot, or the trivia question back up. Take a shot. Okay, so, let's see. It's like, sorry if that was super loud there. Oh, whoops. Okay, so this is now, the question is which Pixar character has the most swagger? Now, I saw this cover this week, and this is Jimmy Johnson, the football coach's book called Swagger. Now, if I tell you what, if this doesn't convey swagger, I don't know it does. Now, you may be saying, he doesn't look like he has swagger. He looks like an old man who's about to tell you to get off his lawn or like tell you need some more Jesus in your life. But no, folks, this is swagger, okay? And I tell you, if anybody knows, it's this old white guy, Jimmy Johnson, you know. So with that in mind, trivia question is, which Pixar character has the most swagger? All right, is it A, Merida from Brave? Is it B, the old guy from Up? C, Buzz Lightyear? D, what is swagger? Hopefully I've answered that question for you. Hopefully Jimmy Johnson has answered that question for all of us. E, Wally? F, Sully, which has already been guessed. F is off the table. G, Dory? Or H, Pixar movies suck. Let's bring that Jimmy Johnson cover up. This is now, I tell you what, you're writing a book about swagger. This is the picture you want right here. You know, you don't want to come off looking like, you know, an old guy who's angry at you for, you know, wearing baggy shorts or anything. You don't want to look like that. You want to look like a guy with swagger. I mean, this takes the cake right here, you know. And I saw that cover and I'm like, what? How is that? I did a lot of that, you know. So anyway, let's take a shot. Panic at the Disco sucks. So does Fall Out Boy. Which character has the most swagger? There's a lot of swag in Pixar movies. Cheers. Okay, we got a guess for the old guy in Up. Ha! Okay. I think that's pretty dry. Probably dry enough, yeah. Alright, let's did I take I don't think I did my shot counter, did I? Come here, shot counter. Hiya. Okay, so let's see, next thing we want to do, we want to take our chalk, we're gonna draw in our moon, and we're gonna start getting that moon in there, you know? I want to draw in the moon, some of them clouds, and maybe that rock in the water down there. Alright, so let's start with our moon up here, okay? And I'm going to say it's up here. One thing you could do if you got something to trace, you could just trace a circle. Okay, but it's just a little, I don't know, pretty small circle there, but not, I don't know, kind of a medium-sized circle, I guess. That's not showing up at all. Let me try the orange chalk, see if that shows up better. Alright. Oh, man, neither one of those are showing up, really. Well, whatever, I'm gonna draw it in, and, you know. Okay, there it is. Drew my circle. Can't really see it that well because of this light blue color. But let's go ahead and take our brush. I'm gonna switch to my medium flat brush. Let's go ahead and tap that off a little bit. And let's get some red paint now. Let's take a new plate, get some red paint. Actually, no, we're gonna start with white. Now that I think about it, let's start with the nice white base for this. So it's got a nice, a nice solid base, and then we'll put the red on there and do our whole moon in. But right now, let's take some white paint. Let's fill this in. All right. Let's see. What was I watching last? I was watching those What If Marvel things. Those are pretty freaking cool. Didn't think I'd like that as much as I did. That was freaking awesome. And I watched the whole, like all 9 episodes last night. Going nowhere, gonna get there, I'm gonna breathe. Alright, let's get this nice, this little solid white circle up here in the sky. Pretty good. It's not not a perfect circle. Like the thing. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper towel. Okay, now I'm going to put this little white kind of light aura kind of stuff in the sky. I'm going to take my brush and dry it off. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to take this super light dry brush with hardly any paint on it. Now, if it's totally dry, you know, get some more paint on your brush. And then, oh no, my camera went off. Dead presidents. I don't know why I've been doing this lately. Okay, let's take your brush. Got some white paint, dry it off. And then let's go in here and put some of this white. Again, it's just kind of a dry brush. So you kind of get away with, and it just kind of looks like this little white aura coming out from behind the moon. Okay, now once we get done with that, let's take a shot. Oh, I'm almost out of whiskey. Have to get out the other bottle. And once we get that in, let's draw in some clouds. Put those in. Okay. Oh, more Dr. Pepper too. Oh. But yeah, those What If ones were pretty cool. The first one, the Captain Carter, where it's like the female Captain America, that was awesome. She was dope. Cheers. Ah. All right. Okay, let's draw in where our clouds are and where our little rock is. Let's take, and I guess I'll take orange. Neither one's really showing up that well, but whatever. Let's do, I'm going to do my clouds a little different in this one, but I'm going to say there's a cloud. I'm going to say here's a little cloud there. I got this little cloudy coming up here, and it's maybe got drew this where it's got maybe two clouds on top of each other there. Okay, then we got another cloud here. Okay, there's some clouds. Let's draw our little rock. Okay, let's draw the rock. I don't know how to draw the rock. His head is something like this. His eyes are really close together. It's big. Wide. Okay, there's the rock. Okay, there's the rock. Alright, let's draw an actual rock. Okay, let's take our orange chalk here. And this is going to be a rock that's kind of coming up out of the water, so the bottom's going to be pretty flat, maybe a little round. A little bit of a round, you know, it's kind of coming down a little bit on the bottom. It's kind of a smirking smile. Not a happy face, but a little smirk. Kind of dipping down a little bit. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just kind of make a little jaggedy. Kind of come up to a point and kind of jagged on both sides. It kind of looks like poop right now, but it looks like a little, you know, little poop emoji kind of, but it's a rock. It's gonna be a rock, okay? And now let's put in some of this red. Now let's start with our clouds. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to take my round brush, tap it off like a fancy artist. Now let's get some red paint on our plate. And yeah. So anyway, You guys remember that time when Sean Paul said, I want to be the papa, you can be the mom in that song? And said it like unironically, I think. Maybe it was a joke. I think about that line most days. Is it not the dumbest? Hey, want to be the papa, you can be the mom. Uh-oh. I want to be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, can I be the mom? Oh, thanks. You want to be the papa? Oh, okay. I thought we were going to go the other way with it. I thought you wanted to be the mom, Sean Paul. Hey, you want to be the papa, you can be the mom. Uh-oh. What is that? Is there also, like, I don't know. Swagger, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about swagger today. Alright, so I'm filling these in with red paint. Now, and my other ones I took, I don't know why I said it like that. In my other painting, I took my paper towel and dabbed in, you know, some of this stuff, but it got a little out of control, in my opinion. So I'm going to try to keep it a little more under control this time, and maybe make my clouds look a little different. Let's take, we can take our brush and put it back in the water cup there. Let's take a paper towel and wad it up. And let's go ahead and get, a little bit of, let's get a little touch of black here. Mix, kind of dab that in on my plate with my red. So I kind of got this dark. It's not super, if you go with just black, it might really get crazy real fast. Let's mix it in with some red first. Okay, now let's take that. Let's kind of just start dabbing that in here and there. Try to stay inside my cloud for the most part. I'm gonna kind of take this along, maybe the bottom, or at least away from the center. If this is my moon, it's hitting my cloud here. I'm gonna put my blacks on the other side. Okay, away from the moon. I don't like this paper towel. It's not good enough. Let me get it nice and wadded up. There we go. Now that's a good wadded up paper towel. Let me get some points on there. Yeah. Okay, let's take that and dab some of those dark colors in. I want to be the papa, you can be the mom. Almost like saying, like, I'm gonna be the papa, okay? Not you, me. You can be the mom, but I'm gonna be the papa, okay? We're having a baby. It's not like we're sleeping together. It's like we're having a friggin' baby here. I'm Sean Paul, and we're having a baby. You and me. I'm gonna be the papa, okay? Don't even argue with me on that. You can be the mom though, but I'm gonna be the papa. Okay. Again, same thing, dark color. Now this one, the moon's kind of below it, so I might keep the dark kind of towards the middle. Just this whole left side here, a little darker. Over here, similar. You know, it's still, moon is above that one slightly, so I kind of go along the bottom again. My default. Shit down. Away everything. Okay, there we go. Got some darkness in there. Let's add some dark down here. Shadow colors in there. A little shadow cloud. Wanna go? You know, I always loved the game Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7 was awesome. But I gotta admit, the main character's his name is Cloud. I wish that there was such a... There's gotta be some kind of like translation thing where they're like, well, in English, I guess that means cloud, so we'll call him Cloud. You can't name your main character Cloud. I mean, so you can, I guess, but They could have named him like Bob. It would have been better, I feel like. I mean, it's like naming him Blanket or something. Let's name him, you know, Cuddle Bunny. Alright. Okay.
No one wants to.
So now I'm taking the white. I'm kind of doing the same thing where the light is hitting it. I'm putting it on that lighter side. Alright, I'm trying to stay inside my... dabbing it kind of close to my painting, so I'm trying to stay in that cloud for the most part, stay pretty close to it. My other ones I kind of got a little carried away with my dabbing, you know, like we do. But what you know is that you don't. There we go. Hey, there we go. I think we got some good clouds. Let's take a shot. There are places in between. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Sherry. Now, I don't really take time to blow dry it, honestly. It's by the time we get back up here, we don't have to paint anything over that. So we can leave it as is. Alright, let's paint it on our rock. Okay, it's not poop. It looks kind of like poop right now, but it's not poop. Okay? So, it's not poop. It's a rock. And I need to count my shot, don't I? Okay, anybody else is watching? Again, our trivia question is, which Pixar character has the most swagger? Alright, we got some different characters in there. Merida from Brave, Buzz Lightyear, we got the old guy from Up, we got Sully, Dory, Buzz Lightyear, Wally, you know. Or if you think Pixar movies suck, is that the answer? Do Pixar movies just suck? Or what is swagger? Let's bring up that picture of Jimmy Johnson's book called Swagger. One more time. Boy, he's got swagger, doesn't he? He just looks like an angry old guy. He's got his fucking rings on like an idiot. And, look, don't mess with me, or I'll call the cops on you. Okay, sorry, I can't help myself. Oh my gosh. It's like, you got a book called Swagger, and then that's your cover. I think it just conveys the opposite of swagger. You just look like an old guy who's mad that, you know, you gotta check out, you know, yourself at Walmart or something. I gotta self-check out. I don't like the world changing. Yeah, exactly, Sherry. It's funny. It just looks funny. I don't know. Oh, it cracks me up. I like Jimmy Johnson. He's fine. That stupid posed tough guy look is like, I'm also like, it's also kind of the opposite of swagger, right? Isn't swagger kind of like, swagger is like effortless, you know? You're not trying. So anyway, there's a lot of Pixar characters with lots of swagger. And I just filled that in red. That's all I did. I just painted it in red. Oh, Sherry says Sully also. Now, we got a guess for Sully. We got a guess for, oh shit, what was the other one? The old guy? No, just Sully so far. Yeah. Alright, that's 2 guesses for Sully. Okay, we'll see if that's the right answer, okay? One more time. I just need to laugh again. Now that's swagger. Oh, man. He just looks like he's going to tell you need to go to church more or something. Anyway, trivia question. Which character has the most swagger? And Pixar character has the most swagger? We got Dory. Sully's taken. We got Wally, Merida, old guy from Buzz Lightyear. Take a guess. If you get it right, I'll send you a free painting of your choice. Okay. Got my rock painted in, and I'm going to take one more shot. I don't know. I want to take a shot. I need to move fast here because I need to go do this before the red dries, but I don't know. I don't want to drink. Cheers. Ah. Okay. Okay. Got our red paint. Now let's go and get some black in here. Let's mix that in with some red. I've already kind of got some from where I was dabbing my paper towel. And, let's get some black. Let's just kind of mix up a nice dark. Now, red and black makes kind of a maroon color. So the more black you add, the darker it's going to be. But I want kind of a dark red, a little darker than maroon. What I like to do with rocks is, you know, kind of first I want to kind of outline the bottom. Outline your bottom. And then what I like to do is kind of do some like just some blocky. Maybe this side down here is the darkest, this side's the lightest. So on this side I'm going to keep more of my dark colors. Maybe I'll go ahead and fill in this corner. And then once I get out in here to the rock, maybe I'll just kind of start going up, down, diagonal. But make kind of more jagged brush strokes so it looks more rocky. Okay, and it really can be kind of a little vague, doesn't have to be exact. There's that. Lay your burden down. Let's wash our brush a little bit. Oh man, what was I seeing on Facebook today as I saw a girl post. She goes, they said, can we stop body shaming skinny girls? And I just thought, wow, like, wasn't the whole point of, like, you know, stop fat shaming, right? Like, plus size models was because skinny girls were the ones that were praised. And now they try to overcorrect it and say, okay, let's praise these plus size models, right? And now skinny girls are going, hey, can we stop shaming me because I'm skinny? And it's like, when people says, actually, I like a girl a little more cushion for the pushing, you know? And a skinny girl sees that as being shamed. It's just like, I don't know. People are just so like, just, I don't know, sensitive, or I don't know if I would say they're all just everyone's, I mean, obviously you see things from your own perspective, so. But I thought that was funny. I just thought, no one's shaming, who's shaming skinny girls? Like, if anything, yeah, people are making a point to, like, not shame overweight people, but no one's shaming you. Trust me, it's fine if you're skinny. No one's, I don't know, just Facebook's funny in general to me sometimes. I like to argue, in general, but on Facebook I like to argue too, and I'm just kind of putting some light pink highlights more on the right side of the rock. And I'm just kind of, again, I'm not being real. I'm just kind of putting these little square or straight brush strokes to get kind of angular brush strokes. That's really all I'm doing. I'm just keeping more to the right side. I'm keeping some of my dark, some of my light, some of my dark red, and some of my bright red showing. But I'm kind of just putting them more on the right side, okay? Yeah, exactly. I don't know, Facebook in general, I like arguing, and Facebook arguments to me are, I just like debating. I don't know, and to me it's not like personal. I don't hate you or anything. It's just people say stupid stuff and I just like to argue about it. It's fun for me. Some people see that as a, I don't know, I think I've been labeled toxic or something, or I'm an asshole or something, but and I probably am, but I don't know. To me it's just fun to argue. I like debating and getting to the real center of the argument and saying, what is this? But, I don't know. Facebook's a weird rabbit hole. I'll tell you what sucks about Facebook is those Facebook Reels. Did we ever watch those? They're terrible. They're horrible. Cheers. You watch Facebook Reels and it's like, watch till the end. You won't believe what happens. And I guess in a way they're right, because I believe that something would happen. And it's like, you won't believe that nothing happens in this. They're the most pointless. It's like, I think Facebook's trying to emulate like TikTok or something, like short little videos. But I don't know. I don't know where they're their content from, but they're awful. They're so stupid. Like, they're the dumbest shit. I watch them just because I'm an idiot and I'm on social media too much nowadays. And they're the worst. Nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. It's like, oh my god, watch this. It's an alligator. And there's some guy, and it's just a video of an alligator, and it's like, oh, look at that. And then it just ends, and you're like, okay, a video of an alligator. All right. I mean, just type like video of an alligator. But I just don't like being. It's like clickbait, you know. It's all clickbait. I should start saying stuff like that on my videos, like, watch till the end. You won't believe what happens. And maybe that would work. I don't know. Okay, I'm painting my moon in red. If you can't tell, I'm painting my moon in red. Yeah. Now, so we're starting with a base coat of red, and then we'll take some black and some white and dab that in with our paper towel. Son of a friggin' monkey's uncle. I need to get more water mixed in with my paint, because I'm getting these rough edges. I need to mix some water. I'm getting a little distracted here. Okay, Sherry's distracting me. It's Sherry's fault. Get a little water, mix that in with your red, and you get a little bit more. You get more fluid there. You get a little. So I should be able to make these edges a little bit more solid. God, I just suck at this. Okay, here we go. Just gonna go for it, you know. Sherry. I'm sick. You know, stop distracting me, Sherry. Okay, I'm just not making a good circle today, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm fudging this up. Alright, Joel. Come on, Joel. Focus. Alright, let's do a circle here. No, it's not the 9 shots. That's ludicrous. That's ludicrous. Speaking of rappers, remember the time Sean John said, I'll be the papa, you can be the mom? Okay, that's gonna have to do. It's gonna have to do. It's not the most perfect circle, okay? It's not. Alright. Sorry, Sherry. Alright. Oh, man. Okay, before I move on, I'm going to take my brush. Whoa. I probably need to take one more shot, though. But let's go ahead and dry our brush a little bit. Let's get some red paint. Let's dry our brush off again. And now I'm going to do a similar thing that I did out here with the white paint earlier, where I took a dry brush, kind of made a little aura. Let's take a little drier red brush, and see, it's and just make some subtle little curvy ass lines. I probably should have done this before I did the clouds, but whatever. Okay, let's put some curvy ass lines. Okay, now this blue sky, this light blue, it's been lonely out here, okay? It needs some company. Okay, so let's you know, because we all get lonely. And, you know, we want some other colors playing in there, okay? So we're gonna let this red paint and this blue paint just play together, okay? They're lonely. That light blue's lonely. He's getting a little horny, too. Let's get some red in there. You know, we all get a little horny sometimes. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got some red. We got some light white in there too, making this aura. Now before our red moon dries, let's hurry, quick, let's take a shot. Okay, cheers. Yeah, horny. I said it, Nate. Well, listen, some colors, these colors, that blue paint, gets a little lonely. Need some company. Like all colors do. Like we all do, just like us. These paint colors are just like us. They get lonely. Get a little horny. Alright, let's take some white. My white. Take our wadded up paper towel, dab it in there. I didn't count that shot either, did I? I'm gonna count that shot. And let's take this in. And let's just dab this in. I'm gonna start by being real careful around the edge. I don't want to go outside this moon. I'm gonna dab that white and up here, this top right corner. Alright, let's dab it in. Now once I get inside here, I gotta be a little more forceful, okay? A little more dominant. Like I said, these horny colors, some of them are subs, some of them are doms. You know how it goes. Okay, now we got some white in there. Let's take a little bit more white. Let's put a little bit more white up here. Let's brighten that up. I'm just dabbing that in with the corner of my wadded up paper towel. Wow, I've been running in my name. Hey, Nate, you remember that time that Sean John said, I'll be the papa, you can be the mom? I think about that all the time. Oh, gonna be the papa, you can be the mama. Because he doesn't want to just have sex. He wants to get pregnant and have a child with you. And he wants to make sure I'm going to be the papa, okay? Okay? Don't try to be the papa. I'm going to be the papa. And you can be the mom. Okay? I got the right temperature to shelter you from the storm. Somehow temperature is going to shelter you from a storm. I don't think temperature, unless you're changing the weather. I think about that song way too much because it doesn't make sense to me. The whole song is really like a metaphor that I don't understand. I got the temperature to shelter you from the storm. Uh-oh. Okay, let's take this dark color. Now, one thing I'm going to do now, I've kind of got the texture in there, got the dark colors. Before it dries, let's take our little, you can take your round or your flat brush. I like the flat brush. I'm going to take that. I'm going to get some of this dark red. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of outline this bottom. Outline your bottom. Go ahead and get that in there. Oh my. Now I can take my towel again. Now I've kind of messed up some of the texture. I go back in there and just kind of texture that up. So it kind of transitions from that solid color on the outside to the texture on the inside. I fricked it up. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's take a shot. Hey, Nate. Hey, Nate. You want us to see a trivia question today? Is which Pixar character has the most swagger? Okay. Is it Merida from Brave? Is it the old guy from Up? Is it Buzz Lightyear? Is What is Swagger? Is Wally? Is it Sully? Is it Dory? Is it Pixar movie suck? Now, Sully's already been guessed twice. Okay, that one's off the board. Now, if anyone's wondering, again, one more time, what swagger is, let me just pull up. Jimmy Johnson, the football coach, wrote a book about swagger, and here's the picture he chose for the cover. Now, if that doesn't convey swagger, I mean, some people may say, no, that looks like an old guy telling you that, you know, I don't like change, or get off my lawn, or you need some more Jesus in your life. But no, this is swagger, okay? Well, Jimmy Johnson knows, okay? This is the photo he chose for the book he titled Swagger. Yeah. I just can't get over this. I don't know, I saw it this week, and it really affected me, okay? Pretty greatly. Let's take a shot. Hey, we're at double digits finally. Double digit shots. Oh, cheers. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, what was I saying? I was saying that, Facebook Reels suck. You know what else I hate is that stupid voice now in like a lot of TikToks or short videos having this thing. It's like this robot voice, like you type something in because you're too, I don't know, insecure to just put your own voice on there. And it's like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. And it's this female voice. First of all, any automated voice sounds crazy, but you know. Nate says you're horny. Well, you know, Nate, you don't. I mean, you don't shame me. Don't shame me. Don't. Nice try. Okay. Let's take some new plate. Let's get some red paint, and let's take some more red, and we're gonna put some red in our water. So again, I'm gonna take my brush, stir around in that red paint, get that water mixing in. And what I want to do is I want to make some skinny lines. So this is one of those times where once you get your brush and your water stirred in, you might scrape some of that paint off on the side of your plate or your powder on something. Scrapes it off there. And you want to lay it down pretty low. Pull it through, flip it over, pull it through. Okay? And that keeps your brush nice and flat. You see that, folks? Nice and skinny right there. Okay, now, let's take this and, let's go ahead and put some red in the water. Now, basically what I want to do is I'm kind of thinking, hey, this is going to be like a reflection of this rock in the water. That's kind of where I'm going with this. I'm doing them kind of straight horizontal lines. I'm going kind of wide at the bottom because I'm doing the mirror effect of this rock, right? All right, there we go. And there we go. And there we go. And then after that, you know, I do want to put, another thing I want to do is I want to put a reflection of the moon down here. This is about where that moon would be. So let's imagine, oh, here's a little reflection of that moon. Okay? Okay, Nate? Okay with you, Nate? Nate, stop. Can we stop shaming skinny people, okay? You missed that conversation earlier, Nate, but... yeah, I saw some girl online today saying, can we stop shaming skinny girls? And I'm like, since when has that ever been shamed? It's funny because, you know, not, you know, fat shaming, you know, like stop fat shaming. And now skinny girls are being like, hey, like apparently if a guy says, you know, I like, you know, thick girls or something, they're like, stop shaming me. And it's just funny. It's just that whole correction and overcorrection and then comes back, you know. I just thought it was funny. I saw it today and I was like, what? Who's shaming you for being skinny? Someone saying they like a thick girl doesn't mean they're shaming you. That's just preference. You're shaming them for not wanting you, like, I don't know, like you could go both ways with them, right? I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's there's something there. I'm just trying to talk right now. Okay, we got some reds. Now I'm just kind of putting these wherever, really. Spreading them out, mainly right here. One thing I can do too is I can imagine, okay, well, excuse me, I can imagine, hey, there's, maybe there's some more red reflection here because that's where that, you know, cloud is there in the sky. Same there. I can put, you know, a little bit more maybe here. Maybe over here. Again, boink. Let's take this. That's how high it is it from the water. Let's go down the water that much and let's say, oh, hey, there's a bunch of big old friggin' red cloud there. Let's put a little red there. Maybe some right there. Okay, I think we did it with the red. Good job, everybody. Good job. And let's take a shot. Nate says, you're horny. Definitely did. Everybody needs something to bitch about. That's true. Yeah, Sherry and Nate, you guys are basically the same person, basically. You two, you guys will be best friends. Cheers. Ah. Alright, they're starting to add up. Okay, last thing we're gonna do, put some white paint on Okay, let's take our our small flat brush and really wash it out. Okay, really give it a wash in here, okay? Okay, because our brush is like, I need a shower, you know? Filters, you know, that's what it's about. You know, them red filters. Okay, so let's really wash that brush out. And now I gotta take it, pull it through my towel to really know if it's really clean. And it's got a little bit of, it's mostly clean, but it's got a little bit of red, bright red showing. Let's wash it a little bit more. And there we go. Okay. Let's get a new plate. We're just gonna take white paint. Let's get a new plate here. White. I want to just take my white, and I'm gonna make some white lines in the water, and we're gonna call it good after that, okay? Here we go, white paint. I don't know. Let's see. The other day I woke up and I was on Facebook scrolling because I'm a sad sack of shit who's on Facebook way too much. And I saw someone talking about pickle juice. And it got me thinking about how I had this argument with my mom all the time. Okay, I grew up on pickles. I love pickles. I like sour stuff. When I was a kid, I liked sour candy. I didn't like chocolate. Huge, love pickles. Huge pickle fan. Dill pickles, to be specific. And my mom goes, oh, I got some dill pickles last time I was up there. And I eat them, and they're clearly bread and butter pickles. And I'm like, or if they're not bread and butter, they're not like sour, good dill pickles. And I sat there and I go, we grew up in the same house, right? Yeah, I know, Mom. I'm talking about it again, okay? We grew up in the same house. How do we not know what dill pickles are? Somehow, thank you, Nate. Bread and butter pickles do suck. Tell Eden Brewy Miller Ward that. She doesn't listen to nobody. So okay, I'm taking some white. I'm just gonna put some white streaks down here through my water. Skinny lines here, mostly through the middle. Now, anyway, the main point here, I'm trying to bitch about. I go to Walmart, I go to these grocery stores in Fayetteville, I can't find one good dill pickle, okay? Now, I know a good brand. It's called Best Made Pickles. B-E-S-T M-A-I-D. Best Made pickles. They're so good, they're so sour, they're awesome. Great dill pickles. So anyway, I'm on Facebook and I'm seeing this thing and it's just talking about pickle juice, and it's like, if you drink pickle juice, it does this and does this for you, and it's good for you. If you pickle back after a shot, and I'm like, God, yeah. And I thought, I should be more healthy, because instead of, chasing my shots with Dr. Pepper or Coke or something, I should go back to doing pickle juice shots. Now, what I used to do pickleback shots of was, there's a place in town called Pickleman's, and you can go in and buy their pickle juice. They used to sell it real cheap. Now, I don't know if I'm the only one, but other people apparently I would go in and buy a gallon of their pickle juice, and it was like $3. Now it's like $12, because after they've sold so much, like, shit, we gotta charge up more because we're getting rid of all our pickle juice, or they're just price gouging people. But well, anyway, instead of doing that, I finally just went online after seeing that ad, and I just Amazon ordered Best Made Pickles. I have a gallon of pickles that are actually great dill pickles that came today. I have them now. I have a gallon of sliced dill pickles, and couldn't be more happy. So, dill pickles are the best. Bread and butter pickles suck. Also, there's nowhere in Fayetteville to buy good dill pickles, just so you know, if you're going to a grocery store and you want dill pickles. Vlasic sucks, Kosher sucks, and those are the two best. Mount Olive. Those are the three best ones No, Walmart doesn't. Sherry, I've been there. Well, they don't. Maybe in other towns, but not in Fayetteville. They used to have Best Made because I would go to Walmart looking for Best Made pickles, and they used to have them. And now, over the past 3 years, I cannot find them anywhere. So I had to order them online and I'm not going to get them from Walmart. Frick Walmart. Of course, Amazon sucks too. I got them from Amazon. I should just buy them straight. I don't know. I need to buy them somewhere else, but point is, I got some, so, you know. Okay, let's go through the trivia question, talk about which Pixar character has the most swagger. We need to sign the bottom of our canvas, of our painting, and paint the bottom edge. Well, where do you live, though? You live in Oklahoma, I think, right? You're not where I'm at. Wait, yep, what I eat. I'll take a photo of that one I have in my house. Can't remember what brand it is. Amazing. Ooh, yeah, I want to see those, Nate. Clausen pickles are pretty great, too. Okay, I have to try those. Yeah, pickle shots. Pickle chaser. Pickleback? Pickleback. Pickle popsicles? That's funny. I used to make those when I was a kid. Walmart, well, here sells them. Okay. Alright. Anyway. I just wanted to finish off the class today by talking about dill pickles because... And I'll never let it go, okay? My mom, she gets annoyed with me that I argue with her about pickles so much, but listen. It's an important argument, okay? People will die because of it if you don't get good dill pickles. So, just want to be clear about that. Cheers. Okay, everybody. Well, we did 13 shots today. Trivia question one more time. Which Pixar character has the most swagger? Now, listen. I don't know. There's a lot of good answers. Now, Merida, I just watched Brave last night with my lady. We took some mushrooms and watched Brave. Sorry, Mom, but I took mushrooms last night. And that movie was pretty cool. It's kind of not what I was expecting. She's got a bow and arrow. I thought... She's gonna be fucking some people up with that bow and arrow, I bet. And there's a bear character in the movie that's like this scary bear character. But I don't know, she doesn't really... It's more just like a cool hobby she has that she's awesome with, right? Okay, we got one for Buzz Lightyear. Okay. Now, I thought Merida was pretty badass. I thought she's cool. And I'll be honest, I'm watching that movie and by the end of it, I'm like... tearing up like, oh my gosh, this daughter and mom relationship is, oh my gosh, these two are just, they've been through so much together. And then I was like, stop it, Joel, stop it. What are you, a person with feelings? And I remembered I'm not. Next is old guy from Up. And I think this guy is a contender. I mean, I don't think anyone guessed him, but old guy from Up's got mad swag. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, I'm me. Y'all can fuck off. Oh, look, I'm the best there ever was. Or he's just more like, just leave me alone. Fuck off, dude. I do my own thing. So, old guy from Up's pretty swag-tastic. Buzz Lightyear is pretty hard to deny how much swagger he's got. You know, he's pretty swaggy. Now, Wally's got swag in a way that he backs it up, but he's a pretty, he's kind of beta there a little bit, you know, like he's a little bit of a beta there, okay, so I can't give it to Wally. Oh, you guess old guy, Sherry? Now we got Sully. Now Sully does have swag. But he's just a wholesome guy, really. But he does have lots of swag. If I had to guess, it's got to be Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear easily has the most swag. I mean, he's confident to a fault. You know, he does realize his ways. He's got to, deal with his ego. But correct answer would have to be Buzz Lightyear. So congratulations, Lance, where are you at? Congratulations, Lance. You win today's trivia question. Okay, so you pick a painting, any painting. I've got 30 plus paintings to pick from. You pick one, it's yours, bud. And with that being said, yeah, okay, fine, Nate, I will take a shot. Okay. With that being said, let's all take one last look at this cover, this real cover that Jimmy Johnson, football coach, made a book called Swagger, and this was the picture he picked to convey swagger. Okay, now does this convey swagger? Yes. Does it convey an old guy saying, pull up your pants and you need to get some Jesus in your life? No, of course not, no. Does it convey a guy saying, I miss the days when someone would check you out at Walmart instead of scanning your own items? No, it doesn't. No. It conveys swagger. Okay? And that's why he picked this picture. Okay? So with that being said, I think we've discussed swagger and we've really put a nail in that. So cheers. So many shots. Hey, thank you everybody, and have a great day and week, and I love you all, and I miss you all, and see you next week. Bye.